Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Xander shows off one of his levels from Super Mario Maker 2. I'm going to continue where I left off last time. Last time I talked about my level, the Cap Kingdom in Super Mario Maker 2, which was based off of the actual Cap Kingdom from Super Mario Odyssey. And I have also recreated a few others, and this time I'm going to be focusing on Fossil Falls, the Cascade Kingdom. And I'm no Super Mario World super fan like many people are. I grew up with Mario 3 and didn't play Mario World until it came out on the 3DS so many years later. I think I tried it a few times as a kid on the Game Boy when they re-released it, but I really didn't play through it until I finally had my own copy because I never had a Super Nintendo. But anyway, enough about that. I'm going to go ahead and play through the level, and I'm going to then play through it again and take a little bit more time to show off all the elements that I used to create the level and also how they reference the actual Cascade Kingdom. And the course ID will be at the top of the screen. But yeah, let's just jump in. The Odyssey needs fuel. Collect red coins, then return to the ship. Roar! Alright, so yeah, it was fun to play around with the Mario World aesthetic. I didn't think that a Mario 3 level could capture a dinosaur style as well as Mario World could have, so... Ah yes, the mushrooms. Ooh. So yeah, I gotta collect the red coins, which kind of act as power moons in this level. Oh, let's watch out for him. And then if you've played Super Mario Odyssey, you probably might recognize what is happening right here. And if not, then you know what? I'll explain it later. Okay, we can go left or right. Let's go left. Oh dear. And there's a hidden thing down here. Alrighty. Super. Oh. Well, that's embarrassing, isn't it? That's okay. There's another one right here. Oh. Bummer. Okay. Boom, boom. Man, seems that every time I record one of these... Well, that takes care of that. Yeah, every time I record one of these, Boom Boom seems to get out of the arena. I need to maybe do a better job of keeping him in there. You're supposed to fight him in here. Oh well. I got my key. I've got all the power moons, so let's return back to the Odyssey. Oh, there's a message I left for myself, or for other people. So in case you're tiny Mario, use a mushroom to get out of here. Alrighty. And just like that, we have returned to the Odyssey. It's all broken, but now that we've filled it with the moons, it's all good. Cool. So yeah, that is Fossil Falls, the Cascade Kingdom, remade in Super Mario Odyssey 2, or in Super Mario Maker 2. I'm gonna go ahead and go through that again, but take a little bit more time to play through and show off all the different references. And I'll put up some footage of me playing Super Mario Odyssey in the corner so you can see some of the comparisons. So, as you might know, Super Mario Odyssey heavily features chain chomps in the Cascade Kingdom, as they're one of the first things Mario can capture. So I had to put a few of them in here to kind of show that. I wish I could have used them to break things. I think that would have been a cool mechanic, but chain chomps are kind of unpredictable, especially if they're unchained, so I just kind of left them in as a obstacle this time around. And then right here, this big bridge thing in Mario Odyssey, you have to knock down this large structure to get the very first power moon, and then that creates a bridge here that you can use to cross the river, which is what I had happening right here. This bridge takes place right outside of the waterfall that's in the Fossil Falls, and I wanted to create a really cool waterfall effect, and so I did that kind of sneakily. It's not the most original idea. Other people have done it, but see all these little ice blocks? They're blue. They look like water. I had them coming off of rails. You can see this little, like, right here, this little square by the rail. If you tap that, you can make it go away, and then things that are on it will fall off, which is what I did with the with these water block or ice blocks. So that kind of created a really cool rain effect from the waterfall, which I thought looked kind of neat. And you can't get stuck under them, otherwise you'll die, because they are blocks. So, and then obviously this is the rusted old broken up Odyssey without any power in it, and so you have to get the moons to fix it up. Oh, there goes our mushroom. I always forget about that. Okay, so that little poison mushroom I got. There are these enemies in the Cascade Kingdom. I think they're called... not Brutals, that's the rabbits. I'll put up a picture of them, but they're these little guys that are spiky and they're kind of colorful, and they chase Mario around. And I kind of thought, you know what, the only enemy that will home in on Mario is that mushroom, and it's kind of the same size, so I threw that in there for fun. And here's, of course, my T-Rex. Not a whole lot happening here. He's just a big, scary, fun guy. T-Rexes are really hard to create in a 2D style. I spent forever trying to find a good design for this monster. And I'm doing a terrible job talking and also showing gameplay, so I apologize for that. Yeah, T-Rexes. I was not expecting how hard they would be, but I finally got a decent design. I think that the base shape of making it not look like a bird and just kind of giving it a bigger head helps. And then, of course, the fangs or their icicles, and then the red eyes, I think just kind of help make it look like it is a T-Rex. And then this part right here is where you go into the 2D section of Super Mario Odyssey and you start playing the original Mario. Of course, this is Mario World, but I went ahead and threw in this nice little sprite of Mario himself actually playing the original game here. Let's get away from that guy. So I kind of recreated this in the sub world to make it look like you were actually going into the wall like you do in the game. And I pulled up a picture of that area so I could try to recreate it one-to-one, and it's just about as faithful as I could get it. Oh, I shouldn't go in there, I'm small. Which actually was, apparently a lot of people have not quite figured this out. I put a mushroom in this block, and then there's an invisible block here that was also in the original Mario, and to get back, because you have to collect all of the coins up here, and then you have to come back down here. So to do that, you just have to spin jump as Big Mario to get out, which is important. But some people come back here as Small Mario. So I left a little note there, so that way people, if they have their comments on, they can see. And again, here's that rain effect from the waterfall that I created earlier. I just kind of continued that, and I put them on ramps here to make it look like the water's still running. And then these are some very happy bones for like the sternum of the dinosaur. And then, of course, at the top of the falls are 3 chain chomps, so I had to put those up there as well. And then this kind of looks like the skull. I tried my best. It's kind of, again, it's hard with such a limited amount of space, but it kind of works. Here's the tip of the horn, and then the top of the head up here, and then eyes. And then I tried to create like a little moon. And if you, again, I like to create levels that are very fun to explore. So if you come down here, little fun power-ups and stuff. And let's get back over here. Alrighty. Let's not miss it this time. Okay, and then this is where we get into that. We cross that bridge and we have to fight the boss Brutal, Madam Brood, who's this big red and white rabbit who was guarding some of the power moons. And she was a pretty easier design than I thought she was going to be, so that was kind of fun to throw up there. Alright, let's get rid of Boom Boom. It looks like this guy didn't quite know, didn't read the description. So we got all the power moons, we got the key to the Odyssey. And this is the beginning of a really big T-Rex, which we will be able to see later on when we get to the Odyssey. Alrighty, let's get back over here. And I apologize if you can hear the clicking of my control stick. Admittedly, I haven't quite gotten the hang of the best audio equipment, so I'm trying my best here. Alright, let's see. Let's get past this guy. And you know, again, for me not being a huge Mario World person, I'm kind of happy with how this turned out. It started off pretty rough, but it slowly took shape, and here we have, you know, we went from the very rusty Odyssey, all brown and silver, into that iconic red that everyone really likes. And if you come down here, we're on the top of the tail, climb up the back, and here's our T-Rex. Isn't he fun? And that is the Cascade Kingdom, Fossil Falls. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you get a chance to play it if you have Super Mario Maker 2. If you do, drop me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. This guy, he wasn't super impressed, but I hope you are. And again, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in Nintendo content, there's a bunch of it at our website, nintendoworldreport.com, or just stay subscribed to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and have a good one. Bye.
This video was made possible by our generous supporters on Patreon. Check out patreon.com/NWR for all the details.